Welcome to the Whitetail Advantage podcast with your host, Brett Boven. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show.
What is up, everyone out there? Man, it feels weird to be back having our shows again.
It does.
Man, we didn't have a show last week because, man, I was just fucking out of it. Like, I had the fever, like, it was getting up into the hundreds. And then it was weird because it was like coming and going too. Be like a good stretch of like 4 to 5 hours. I'd feel fine and have like a temperature of like 98 something or 99. And next thing I know, I'm headed to my hunting property and it turns into like 101. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And it was just a chaotic night. And then my daughter's sick. My son was sick. It's just, man, you can't just.
You got germ factories.
God,
it's that time of year, man. That time of year.
They put it through the school districts just to infect everybody with crap.
Yep, make you take viruses and take those pills and injections.
Yep, take all the shots, everything.
I do have a lot of things I want to say though on tonight's show, and I'm just going to start off with here. I've been trying to figure out how I want to start off, but I'm just going to say this. So you work with one group of a gender, and it's like working with a bunch of fucking toddlers. I swear to God. Yeah. I used to work with all men, and it wasn't because of grind or anything like that. No, it wasn't because of that. It's just, oh my God, I'm just getting so fucking tired of it, of all the childlike behavior and shit like that. I'm tired of it all. So that's one of my rants. But no, the team knows. Nobody else knows. It's nothing I'm going to be posting. I didn't take any photos or anything like that. I was recording, but I'm not going to be putting this on the internet. Last Thursday, I shot my first doe. I harvested my first doe, and it's nothing to be. I'm happy in the sense of I still don't know how I'm happy about it. It's not like where we talk about, oh, you shot a buck. Oh, it was only a spike or a four point for you. You should be proud of it, but if other people aren't, it's not like that type of conversation. I'll just say this. I thought the doe was a little bit bigger than what it was. I just got so caught up in the situation of I see a doe finally coming by itself. It fit all the criteria of what I thought needed to be for the doe for family rules and stuff like that to shoot the doe. I saw it at 21 yards and at a shot at 21 yards. It was kind of courting towards me a little bit in a sense, but I still felt like I could pull the shot off and execute the shot. However, I still am just kind of playing back through my mind of what exactly happened, how it happened. Still torn up about it, but the arrow went through the doe's nose mouth area right there, and then a bunch of flopping around started happening, so it went into oh shit mode to fuck me mode, and I had to figure out what I needed to do next. On top of, so we all know I left law enforcement for PTSD, and I'm not using that excuse, but that kind of kicked in moments of that. But it was just pure, oh fuck, I fucked up. I can't believe I let this happen. And I was finally able to, after about 10, 15 minutes, I was finally able to get the doe into a position where I can try to get another arrow through her lungs or just something just in the vital organ area to try to to get the doe to pass away. And it's still something like I said, I was finally able to do it. It was an emotional ride for me. It's still an emotional ride for me. Sorry, I still have a bit of a cough. But no, it's something that I still regret. It happened. I know things. This is bow hunting. My dad told me he said, "You gotta suck it the fuck up." I agree with him, and I don't agree with him to an extent. This is bow hunting. Shit like this is gonna fucking happen, and this is my first. And I've shot deer and I've tracked them, and I just never found them. However, this was one where it was like, oh shit, this is like happening right here in front of my eyes. And to see the placement of the arrow on top of it all, I think was more of a oh shit moment. And just to kind of see the doe suffer like that is something that all of us as hunters don't want to happen. And it unfortunately happened to me. But I think I let I don't know the term I want to use, but I let the essence of not shooting a doe get to me. And I think that's what kind of motivated me more to shoot this doe. And I'm still extremely regretful to this moment of how everything transpired with this doe. And just been praying ever since then of just hopefully God forgives me, the doe forgives me. We all know that's not our intent for that to happen, but at the end of the day, sometimes some of this shit will happen, and that's kind of the place where I'm at right now.
There's a lot of background noise here, Brett. Sorry to interrupt. A lot of background noise. Yeah.
Really?
It's not me. I muted my mic, so it's not me.
Here, let me mute mine.
Yep. It's Frank's.
Yeah, it's Frank.
Frank. It's picking up. It
Sorry, boys.
It sounds like it's picking up a little guy somewhere.
Probably. He's upstairs. So what I'll do is I'll keep mine muted until I'm going to say something. How's that sound?
You're good, bro.
All right.
But yeah, that's just kind of the moment where I'm at right now. I'm not gonna lie, there were moments where I thought about, I'm just gonna put the bow down forever. I don't want this to happen again. But I took some time to pray on it, and God already took one of my lifelong dreams of becoming a cop. I let the devil take that away from me. But I'm sure as fuck ain't gonna let him take hunting away from me. And it's still something that haunts me. It's something I'm still trying to find ways to make it up to that doe, make it up to God. It's something I still, like I said, this happened on Thursday, so it's still a little fresh with me, a little bit raw. But again, as we said, never say never, especially in bow hunting. But this is bow hunting. You gotta adapt from it, overcome it, move on, and try to figure out what went wrong. And I will continue to try and find ways to make it up to this doe that happened to me and honor her in all my hunts moving forward. And one thing that really pisses me off is when I see people out there that comment, oh, you don't care about these deer and you're out there just murdering these deer. And I'm not trying to, but use me as an example of like, I'm kid you not. I was in legit tears when this shit was fucking happening, of just pure regret of what I did, and to see like these organizations out there that like call us hunters out of, you're just doing this for murder, you're doing this to go out there and kill these innocent animals, you have no feelings or anything towards them. I'm fucking living proof that that's not the fucking case. Now, there are probably some hunters out there, can't say all, there are probably a handful of hunters out there that go out there just to shoot the fucking deer and have no heart or soul or feelings or anything about the situation. But the other 98% of hunters feel the exact same way I do about deer, and they would feel somewhat in the same regards of how I felt in the situation that I'm currently in right now. But with that being said, I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah, no, I feel for you, Brett, man. I mean, I know you took it really hard, and you know, us as a team, we all try to support you as best as we can, because you know we've all been in the same situation. And it sucks, and you know, I mean, I've been through it multiple times, so I felt your pain. I felt horrible, and that's why I was like, "Hey, man, if you need anything, like I'm here for you." I mean, it just, you know, it really hits home, and it sucks, and I feel bad that you had to go through it. Um, I kind of went through something a little similar on Monday night. Um, Here in Jersey, actually, the weather was shit, and but I still went out for bear. I didn't go out in the morning, but in the afternoon, it kind of the rain and everything kind of lightened up and everything. So I went to one of my spots where I knew I was seeing, a decent amount of bears, and wouldn't you know it, I'm sitting there, talking to Squatch, texting him. He's like, "Tonight's going to be the night, brother. I feel it." And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it must have been what 45 minutes, an hour later.
Yeah.
I look over and here's, a beautiful, sow. She was coming right for me. She snuck up on me. She was like 25 yards, and she was facing me. So I didn't take the shot. I waited, because I wasn't sure what exactly she was going to do. And I was like, well, I'm just going to let her get closer. The closer, the better. And she ended up going back and forth. And I got one of those, the adjustable single pin sights. So I'm like, to try to make the most ethical shot, especially like it not only being a bear, but just as being a hunter, I kept range finding this because I had plenty of time to do so. And she actually turned to leave. And when she was leaving, I range find it. And for some reason, I realized after the fact, I adjusted my pin to 30, and she was only like 27 yards, but Squatch saw the video. She ducked anyway.
She ducked. Yeah, she dropped about
She
6
ducked.
inches. Yeah.
Yep. As soon as I released and I touched off, it was just about to hit her. She, like Squatch said, she dropped probably about 6 inches, hit her in top of the back, barely any penetration, but watching her run away with my arrow and everything, I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm like sending the video to Squatch. I'm like, what do I do? Like, like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm at a loss. So we figured the most safe thing to do was for me to just back out. Don't go look for her because she's already wounded and she's going to be pissed. So he's like, just back out, go in the morning.
Yeah.
Ended up going in the morning, didn't find not a drop of blood, no arrow, nothing. Come to find out, like 3 days later, I got her on camera. She's got a big scar on her back. She looks fine, but to put her through that, and even to put myself through that, because I mean, Squatch knows I was losing all kind of like, like confidence in everything. I ended up harvesting a bear on Thursday morning. A nice one came in. I ended up harvesting it. It was only that was like a 15-yard shot. So that kind of boosted up my confidence. I had to get back out there and do it. But I mean, for that first couple days, man, it was like I was second guessing everything. And I mean, Squatch will tell you I was guessing the broadheads, of this, the that, and
Yep.
it was just one of those things, man. It sucks. So I could feel for you. I mean, I know my situation's a little different, but it still didn't feel as good, so I feel for you, brother.
It's weird how you kind of, and FYI, Frank, your video like froze of you looking like you're jerking off something. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
Of course, it'd be mine that does that shit.
No, he's got the typical Italian, like, hey, fuck, what are you
Hey,
doing over there? Hey, pasta fazool going over there.
Fucking thing's not working.
Isn't it weird? And I'll say this too. It was I want to say it was 3 years ago at this point now, 3 to 4. But I was out hunting, and I'll say this quick. I was shooting at this buck, ranged him at 35 yards, had him perfect at 35. And right as I hit, because at that time I was using an index finger release, not the thumb release.
Yeah.
I hit the release button on it. Literally, as I was doing it, he turned slightly. So the arrow skid off of him and just fucking missed, and he ran off. I was like, well, what the fuck just happened? And then I replay it back in my mind. Oh, he moved at the last second. And then it was like a week later, I saw him on camera, and I was like, oh shit, all right, he's still alive. He's looking great. Then he turns, and you could see like a fucking mile-long scar on his back, and he had like this giant pus sack thing on his shoulder. And I was like, fuck me, man. Now, you can't, obviously, in those type of situations, like we said all the time, this is bow hunting. You can't predict everything. We want the broadside shot perfect right there, the quote unquote, we want that layup shot every time. That's not going to happen every time. This is bow hunting. This is hunting, even with you take a gun out there and stuff like that. But it's weird how Frank said something after when he shot that deer. You started second guessing basically everything on your bow. I started guessing the same thing. It's weird how the entire length of the off season, you're like, I got this. I'm proud of it. I'm 100 behind it. 100. I'm behind it 100%. But and even if you go out there and you shoot a world-class doe, a world-class buck, and everything goes perfect, you're still not going to second guess it. But the moment a bad shot happens, or just anything bad happens with a bad shot, you start second fucking guessing everything.
Yep.
Literally everything.
Yep.
From the broadhead that you believe is the number one broadhead on the market, and it's yours. Something goes bad, oh, it's gotta be the fucking broadhead. Oh, it's my sight. What the fuck happened with my sight? It wasn't moved or up or down or something like this, and it had to be the leveling or some shit on that. Oh, it's my release. It's some reason it happened like this. Maybe, I don't know. This release sucks. I gotta go buy a new one. It's just weird how that transpires, and I think it's, and I'm not. Maybe it's as hunters we're trying to find an excuse because we don't want to accept the thought of, well, fuck, I just made a bad shot on this deer.
All right, so I'm going to speak my piece on this whole thing that happened. Let's be in agreement on one thing right from the start. Your life, things that are happened in it, is all written as a script in the book, okay? From before you're even born, your whole life is in pages, okay? So you're going to have good, you're going to have bad, you're going to have ugly. It's all written in the book. It's that chapter. You got the chapter 31 where today you're going to learn a valuable lesson on how hard it is to become a hunter. And you're going to have to deal with things in the woods that you don't want to see. It's just like when somebody becomes an EMT and they have to go to their first car wreck and dig somebody out that's in pieces, okay? Yeah, we all know that person's going to have to deal with that sooner or later. It's the same thing in the deer woods. Not every kill is a quick, clean kill. Death is death, whether it's fast, whether it's slow. That was the day, and that's how it was written. I've wounded countless deer over the years. I hate the fact it's ever happened to an innocent animal. I hate the fact that I had to watch that picture over and over in my head. Why it happens, I don't know. Why do babies have cancer? Why do innocent people die? I don't know. It's written in the book. We are dealt that book, and that's what we have to deal with every day. Okay? So that's the circumstance when you have an unfortunate thing happen to you. You got to chalk it up and you got to say, well, I'm still here. Yes, I learned something out of this, and I need to not look back now. I need to move forward. Okay? I shot probably a New York State record buck when I was about 23, 24 years old with a 30-06 that wasn't my gun. It jammed up. The buck was beautiful. I almost quit hunting that day. I saw him one more time after that, and I couldn't shoot at him because there was a house in the way. Up until that point, I had always been a successful hunter. I never missed. I always killed. I killed plenty. Probably at that time of my life, I had 100 deer under my belt. To have that happen to me was the biggest kick in the balls you could ever feel. And it was a monster. I'm telling you, it looked like something out of real tree on these farms. This thing was a huge, huge buck. A good friend of mine was with me. He even contested the fact because he saw it stand up behind me when we were looking for that deer. I looked for a week straight for that animal. I couldn't find it. I heard rumors it was still alive the next year after a guy I know saw it. I sat there and I said to myself, that's it. I'm done. I can't kill a deer with a 30-06 rifle at 20 yards. What's wrong with me? And it hit hard. And then, it checks your ego. And there's been many more after that. Many more. There's been things that happen I can't even explain why an animal suffered. I hit a deer with the muzzleloader up here about 3 years ago in the middle of a snowstorm. And I blew its vitals clean out with a 45 caliber slug. That effing deer went like 2 miles through the orchard, right? The only thing that made me find her was the fresh tracks in the snow and like 25 other deer tracks that I had to decipher. Her hoof was dragging a little bit because I caught her in the opposite shoulder. I found that deer 6 hours later at 2 o'clock in the morning, freezing my balls off out in that orchard, and I had to put her out with a pistol right to the back of the head. Okay? Talk about having respect and having to feel remorse, but I couldn't let her lay there and die. I had to put her down. And, it's that last moment. It's squeezing the trigger. It's something point blank, and it's looking at you, and you have to put it down. That's what makes men men and boys boys. You got to chalk it up. You got to say, this is what I have to do. Unfortunately, this is part of hunting sometimes. This is what God dealt me today to deal with. It was written in the book from the start to the finish. That animal was meant to die today. If it wasn't, God wouldn't have put it in front of me. Everything is because, and always will be, what God dictates for us to endure. If you think anything less, you don't have faith. And that's the best way that I could put it. And that's how you decipher and you get over these things that you don't want to see, that you don't want to endure, and that you don't want to have to deal with. And yes, you always strive to make the absolute best ethical shot possible. Things will happen. They won't stop. It's going to happen again. But you've got that experience now under your belt. You did the right thing. I told you sin was dealt with on the cross. If you think that was a sin, what you did, it's not. But sin's been dealt with on the cross. You don't have to worry about that. You were remorseful to that animal. You said a prayer for that animal. That's it. That's the end of it. There's no more. The next time you go out and hunt, you start with a fresh palate. You say, I'm going to kill this animal quickly and most ethically as I can. And I'm a good hunter, and I'm going to keep this going, and I'm not giving up. And that's the best way I can tell anybody that's been in that situation, and I'm preaching to myself, how to deal with it. Remember, everything is in the book of how it goes down. Someday we're going to die. We don't know how we're going to die, but we're going to have to deal with it. So that's all I got to say on that.
No, you're right. Yeah. I mean,
And I'm rough. I'm sorry. I tell it like it is. I'm old school. I have to tell it like it is. And you know, believe me, I will cry over a deer. I don't think there's one deer on the wall back there that I didn't shed a tear for. That big bastard over there, my big guy, I screamed and yelled for 10 minutes that I was the king of the woods because everybody was after him and I got him. And you know, that overwhelming, I mean, God, I had a relationship with this deer and I just killed him. It's like shooting, you know, you don't want to kill something that you love, but you're after him. That's the whole part of the game. I'm after that deer to kill that deer. I'm there to take his life. I'm not there to take pictures of him. I'm there to kill that deer. That's the one I want on the wall. I want him. And when things happen, you know what? You got to roll with it. You make every effort possible to go find that deer. If you get a bad shot, you get somebody in with a dog or a drone or whatever. Get your buddies together. You make that, because then at night you can say to yourself, look, this sucks. I did all I could. I guess it's just not meant to be, Lord. I guess I'm not able to get this deer down. I'm not able to get him. Why? Maybe you figure he's needed somewhere else, or I had to learn something from this. And that's the best thing I can tell you guys.
yeah, that's one. Excuse me. I'm still going through a cough. No, that's like one of the top thing that I kept thinking to myself was, God's putting me through this for a reason. Mm-hmm. This was set to happen for a reason. And what is that reason is what I've been trying to wrap my brain around, a situation of like, well, what was one of the reasons for me to get closer to God? That's most likely one of the main reasons. And no, you're right. And I think it's honestly, we're on here to provide as much information and experience that we can through Whitetail Advantage and share everything for you guys that listen and stuff like that. And I have no problem coming on here and telling you situations that I've been through or that I'm currently going through, for instance, like I am right now. And my saddle hunting setup, how I've been going through with that. It's been a fucking dog show. I can tell you that. Ask the guys. It's been a fucking shit show. Yeah. I guarantee you, I bet you they're probably having their own side conversation with each other. Like,
no, I'm going through it.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
I'm going through it too.
I just started last year. I'm still going through it.
I just bought the XOP Superfly stand.
Yeah.
To take the place of the saddle when I'm not using the saddle. But that, I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not like the bigger, comfortable stands. So I'll say that. But hey, it's lightweight. I can get it up and down quick. I'm not blowing my knees apart trying to stand there on the saddle. It's not like I'm giving up on the saddle. I want to use the saddle like when I do quick recon missions to get in. And, you know, if I think an area is going to hold the buck good, I'll get in there and get in the saddle. If I start seeing a lot of deer activity, cool. I'll take the Superfly and move it and put it in there, sit a little bit more comfortable, you know, and be able to turn around in the tree and do my thing instead of trying to shoot over my weak side and stuff. It's all trial. Like you saw, I don't know if you saw the post today, the aiders that I bought, I cannot use them damn things. I can't use them the way they were. I took my cousin and I were talking and he said, hey, you know, electrical conduit. And I said, you know what? I was thinking the same damn thing too. And I got some 1-inch out there in the back of the house from when I was doing my paver job. And I cut it down. I cut a slit in it. I got it down over it. It rolled a little bit. I'm like, I don't know. I electric taped the crap out of it. Yeah, it's freaking, a little rough, but I don't care if it's
the
rough.
only thing I'm scared about those though for you Squatch is because they're cylinder like.
Yep.
Is your foot slipping?
Yep.
My foot doesn't slip on them because I taped them so they can't roll. And
no, I'm saying in general though, like the actual curvature of it though. You know what I'm saying?
It seems okay. Like I climbed up it a couple times already out there. And not only that, listen, if I fall, it's 4 feet. I'm not using them up high. I'm just using them for my first base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not up. I won't use that damn thing. No way. Not me. Maybe
Nope.
21, not 50. I ain't going that
Gotcha.
high with that thing.
Gotcha.
They're my first 4 steps.
I figured
And-
that. I figured like that, but I didn't know if like you were using those up there
Oh,
higher
hell
too.
no. No, hell no.
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 Gotcha.
No.
Gotcha.
Better
I was
not.
going to just put them away, send them out to Dave or somebody to use. But I said, you know what? Let me see if I can't make something work out of that, because it does get me up about 6 feet right off the bat with the other 2 steps that are on the stick.
Yeah.
So I messed around with out here. It seems pretty good so far. So like I said, I'm only 4 feet there. If I slip or something, twisted ankle or whatever.
Michael here commented.
Yeah.
He said, "What up, motherfuckers?" Michael, you're 12 years old. You're 13, whatever. I don't give a shit. You're a teenager.
Yeah. Wash your mouth out with soap.
Don't use that fucking language on this show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jeez, sorry to interrupt you, Squatch. He's the
That's
asshole.
right. No, he needs a good ass whooping. I think he has.
Frank, have you been a part of the
It's a new
show where you get to be
Yeah.
fucking with Michael?
Not yet, but I'm fucking down to do it. It's all these new generation guys. Telling you.
Jeez.
They get a 4-wheeler and they think they're
They-
freaking superheroes. They can just do
Yep.
whatever they want.
They hit the sense of
Nope.
teenager and they think their balls dropped.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he said something.
That
after
little
that,
bit
like,
of
F you,
puberty.
Brett.
Puberty.
Oh, he's
Forget about it.
15.
Yeah.
Brett, he's 15.
Oh, he's
Brett.
Oh, he's 15.
Whoa.
Whoa.
He's the big dog now.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's got those
15.
fucking little, what do they
Oh
call
my
those little
God.
pieces of hair that come out again?
It's like
Oh,
Peach fuzz.
he's got like
Peach-
peach.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Got peach fuzz on his little scrotum balls down there.
He's like a little spike horn just wandering the woods aimlessly, rubbing his horns on something, thinking he's
yeah. He's like that one little fucking spike deer that walked around. Oh, there's a doe. Oh, there's another one. My ATV is bigger than Brett's little ass car. I drive a truck. Know your facts before you come at me, bro.
I think he's confused with Johnny. Johnny drives like a Prius or something.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
for
That's
Johnny.
not right.
Jeez.
I could see Johnny just throwing a deer on top of his Prius hood and driving around.
Yep.
It's pretty funny.
Michael, you probably could win a dick sucking contest, maybe. Cunt swallowing contest. Oh wait, a boner killing contest. That's probably something you could probably win too.
Oh my gosh.
You want me to bring your mom into this too? Let's bring your mom into this. I bet she was pretty hot. Yeah. You don't want to talk about my mom on the show. Let's talk about your mom. I haven't seen pictures of her or anything. Let's just say she's a smoke show. I'm gonna bet she's a smoke show. Nah, I'm not gonna go down that road.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I think like I said, with what you had go on, it's a sucky thing, but
Yeah.
everybody's, I don't even want to reiterate on some of the shit that I've had to do to deer. I mean, it's rough, man. It's you're killing, you're killing something. It's not just hunting, you're killing.
Mhm.
It's some people, I guess, I don't know. Some people are just, it's no different than like when guys go to war.
Well, it hits you differently. And and Dave sent me a voice message, and I forgot to send him a message back.
Yeah.
He said that he's fucking dry cough, man.
Mhm.
He's a little more numb to it because of his background and stuff like that, because of being in the military.
Mhm.
I have it only because of being in law enforcement, the things that I've seen. So trauma that you see is going to hit you differently compared to another human being.
Mm.
So for instance, for me,
Yeah.
the trauma that I saw affected me and obviously my mind really fucking bad.
Uh-huh.
Now, my partner that saw the situation in the same exact cell,
Mhm.
he's still kicking it and rocking it and fucking good to go. Granted, he's also a Marine.
Mhm.
So, but how I see something is going to affect me differently than if Frank and I saw the exact same thing.
Right.
Now I might go a little longer. Frank might go a little longer into dealing with the process or being able to accept it, digest it, and move on, and that's it. Me, on the other hand, I tend to fester in that shit, and I think I do it purposely where I feel like I need to fester in it, where it like sinks in more. But I also think that it's kind of a good thing because you make sure that like, fuck, I do not want to ever feel that shitty ever again.
Uh-huh.
But then it's also, you can be in that situation too long where it's like, oh, fuck, now I just feel regret. And now it's just PTSD type stuff.
Yeah.
But I agree with you with what you said, Squatch, of it happened.
Mhm.
God did this for a reason. He'll show you the light of why.
Mhm.
And it's nothing to kind of quote unquote drag your feet through it. It happened. Let's move on from it.
Right.
You didn't mean for it. Obviously, we all know I
No.
didn't mean for that.
No.
I feel terrible about it. So sitting about it and pouting and playing the pity fucking game about it ain't gonna change the fucking fact.
Mhm.
And I say, and it's weird because I say the same thing to other people. Sitting and fucking crying about it ain't gonna change the fucking difference, the outcome of
No.
it.
No.
Nope.
Now you're just playing the pity party for myself,
Right.
for yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
and now it's like I gotta take my own fucking words of advice that I would say to somebody else. So I think after today, it's going to be like, all right, game back on. We got to move on, accept it,
Right.
and overcome, move on. Like I just said,
That's it.
sitting about it ain't going to make a difference. It happened. It sucks. And every one of us hunters out there, and I would fight this to tooth and nail. Hang on, I got to get a drink. Otherwise, fuck go. Fucking dry cough, man. I swear I haven't been swallowing a lot of cum lately. Maybe that might be why.
No. Me.
Maybe. We go out there and we want the quote unquote story book type shot, broadside. They're looking away. They're clueless that you're even there. It's 20-yard shot.
No.
Boom, you hit them through both lungs and the liver right there, through all the organs. They run 20 yards and pass away.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That's the storybook thing.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
But does that happen like 1% of the fucking time?
No.
Nope.
Nope. I've hit them from everything with high-powered rifles to freaking you name it, and I've seen every variable there is to see. It just, it's like I said, dude. Sometimes you can't make the shit up. It's already written
Yeah.
down. It's
Mhm.
you know, when I get that feeling, like when I'm trailing a deer and it's starting to like not look good, and I'm like, yep, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
So, and it's, but still, I don't give up. I mean, I make every damn attempt, even afterwards. I go back out. I mean, even Frank last year, we both had instances. We're showing our grid patterns on Onyx, and I mean, you can see there's not even a gap between the lines where you're going back and forth. You might be on your hands and knees and stuff, but you know what? I owe it to that animal. I owe it to that animal. I'm not going to just say, and plus I'm dying to know what happened. Why didn't it kill the deer? Why didn't I hit him where I thought it was a good shot, or whatever? And you I mean, like I've said, I've got pictures. I mean, pictures of deer that I've shot and found the next day through the vitals, through the heart, through the liver. I mean, God, we walked up on a doe that I shot with my 35 quartering away from me, and I blew its liver out its side of it. And it ran, oh man, 500-600 yards and was like curled up like a dog and looking at us. We almost walked by it. And my son's girlfriend was like, hey, there's a deer right there. I said, why didn't you say something sooner? Well, I didn't want to spook you. I'm like, that's her. And I had to walk up and put the deer down. But when we got over to it, the liver, intestines, part of the spleen, a big hole hanging out the side of the deer. How do they live? If you shot somebody, they'd be done in a second. God forbid. I'm just saying, but an animal.
Well, you're
like
right.
that,
It's weird how you see those trail camera photos and you just see deer with I think I saw this one photo. This one deer had 3 fucking arrows through him, and he's still walking around alive. I'm like, how the fuck do these things live?
I don't know.
I know. It's crazy.
They're fucking tanks out there.
We shot. I told you, I think, this story. That 9-pointer we shot over. I hit him 5 times with a 35. My neighbor shot him twice in the throat, in the neck with a 270 at 25 yards. The first shot, the deer hit the ground. He went, because he was happy that it went down finally. And then it stood back up and he shot it again with a 270. And I had holes in it with the 35. We counted them. And I looked at him and I said, I don't know how they do it. I don't know what these things are made of. I don't know how they can endure it. I really don't know how they can endure it. They're incredible animals. And that's why, we have such an appreciation towards these animals and how tough they are. Then again, I've pulled up and pancaked them and all right, cool. It's down. Great. He didn't feel nothing. I'm happy. I don't even have to go track it. It's laying right there. There's times like that. And there's times okay, I don't get it. Why isn't he dead? And I told you guys that story too. I shot a deer with the bow, quartering away from me. Arrow disappeared all the way up to the fletchings. Couldn't understand it. Deer search came. 3 weeks later, that deer walked back to me in the same stand, and I killed it with my 257 Roberts, and my arrow was still in it. Why?
Yeah.
Because God said, follow me, put me first, all your trophies will follow. And it was there. It happened. So that's why I said, you can't, it's just like somebody saying, well, I was born a boy, but I'm really a girl. Are you saying that God makes mistakes? God don't make mistakes. He made you who you are. Accept it. It's the same thing. With hunting, it's the same. You got to accept the situations that come your way. It was written in a book, meant to be.
There's this quote that I know. And yes, Michael, I asked you a fun question. You don't have to say, I got a question. It's like you saying, raise your hand. I got a question.
That's what they told me in preschool.
Fucking answer. Just ask the question. Can we consider
a hunter since he hasn't even killed a doe in his life?
What have you been talking about, Michael? You haven't show up late to the story of tonight's show.
Yeah. Put down your Instagram and your Facebook and pay attention to the show. We're talking about the doe that Brett shot.
Yeah.
Gee. There's a quote in a movie from what's the name of the movie? When the Game Stands Tall. It's a very Christian-based, football-based movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's considered better than the movie Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
In it, a character dies, and the movie's based on a real-life movie, real-life events.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name. Ryan something died.
Mm-hmm.
And the head coach goes to the funeral and says, for us to ask why is to question your benevolence, the God, the Almighty Creator. And if we are to do that, we can't consider ourselves Christians if we are to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that hit home.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that when the movie came out, and that hit me that moment when that happened of why? And
Yep.
I started saying like, well, to ask why is like what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Is why are you questioning me? Do you think I made a mistake? Are you questioning me, God, the Almighty Creator? And so I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just questioning of why the fuck is this just generally happening?
Mm-hmm.
And what is the reasoning behind this?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was all kind of put to it.
Yeah.
But no, we're gonna be open, transparent with everyone out there. At least I am with you guys. I know everyone on the team. We're gonna share everything that we go through. We have nothing to fucking hide.
No.
We're just
We,
honest, normal guys, man. That's
yeah,
what we are.
we want you guys to learn from what we go through.
Yeah.
So that way you can. That's why I created Whitetail Advantage, just to share these stories and share these memories, because what I might be going through, you just let's take a second, take back a second. Go through Instagram. We go through Facebook pages of places that top places you hunt, like top content creators that you like. You go through there and you're just thinking, oh, look at them shoot this giant world-class buck. Look at that. You don't really know them.
Nope.
Or anything like that. And that's why we do these live shows. You get to interact with us. You're going to fuck with you just like you fuck with us.
Right.
And you listen to these on the audio version, you're getting who we are.
Yeah.
So we want you guys to know who we are. And this isn't just a fucking smoke show up here that we're doing.
Right.
No, we are giving you pieces of who the fuck we are, what we've gone through and stuff like that.
Huh.
And I'm not going to come out here and just show like, look at all these big, magnificent bucks I've shot. Well, fuck no, I haven't even hunted out of the state of Michigan yet.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn from our experiences, and we want you to take from it what you need. Like, for instance, I'm just gonna say this real quick because we're getting ready to round up for tonight's show. My saddle hunting setup for hunting this year and how that train's been going. Like we said earlier, it's been a fucking shit show. I can say that.
Yeah.
It hasn't been an easy one.
No.
And it's been more of like a comic book type thing. I think one of my other buddies that was out there hunting, he watched me set up in my saddle, and eventually, long story short, I finally get up in the tree. It's 6 o'clock. I'm hunting a food plot, and I'm not even facing the fucking food plot. I'm facing more in the woods. So like here, the food source that I'm trying to hunt on is literally right here.
Yeah.
To the left of me.
Yeah.
And instead of like kind of facing the actual food plot or just kind of being more quartering off of it, no, my fucking ass somehow sets up to where I'm facing the fucking woods where there's like nothing. It was just bad. And then I look at my text message, and my buddy said, "Hey, you do realize I'm like 5 yards in front of you. I watched that entire train wreck." I said, I can't see you, so you're hidden very well, and I'm sorry you had to watch that.
Yeah, it's funny because you're being right-handed, you want to make sure that you got your platform on your easy, on your strong side. So then you got to figure out, okay, my stick's got to be here. I'm going to step onto my platform here at like say 9 o'clock. If I'm looking at the tree, you got to visualize your whole setup before you actually get up there and do it, because you'll get up there and do it and you're like, oh, what the piss did I do? I'm looking the wrong way,
Yeah.
And it's happened. When I first started out with it too, it's happened. I'm no pro with that shit. I only started it last year, but just finding little different things that work for you. it's like anything. The more you do it, the easier it becomes.
Yeah.
You can practice all you want really out in your backyard, but it's different than you got a headlamp on, you're putting stuff on a tree and you're trying to get up and figure out where you're going. And, eventually it'll be old hat. You'll be like, oh, geez, I remember I used to struggle with trying to get this up here and doing that, or how you toe kick in your stand to get it to lock down better, or, like maybe something you do with your lineman's belt to make, like for instance, I was out with Frank. We were on the property, and of course, from last year, I totally forgot I wanted an aider for my lineman's belt because I had the stupid Prusik knot that won't move with one hand, and you got an arm around the tree. You're trying to wiggle this damn thing with one hand, and I'm like, I got to get the aider. And I look over at his belt when he was setting up. I'm like, you already got that, and he's like, yeah, I did it last year. I'm like, I wanted to, but I forgot. So having that aider on there, I mean, there's a little trick right there. It just makes it much easier. You just pull the rope or pull your release back, and it's awesome. It just works, helps you out, working things better. So now with having that XOP stand, there's no more saddle set up. So now I got the safety belt that's really nice that they gave you. That has a lineman's belt, but that's got a different carabiner than like I'm used to the aluminum. This one's more steel. It's heavier. So now I'm fumbling around with that, trying to put that through my safety loop. But I got it, and it's okay. It's the same thing, but it's a little different. So it's all a little, what? Just get out there. The biggest thing is just get out there and figure out. Who cares,
That's it.
You're going to learn
Just
it.
Start somewhere.
The squirrels are going to laugh at you and shit when you're up the tree the wrong way. But as long as you're right side up, you're doing something right.
Yeah, I agree.
And just start practicing with what you got. And honestly, I got my saddle just a couple of weeks before hunting season started, so I didn't have time to practice a whole lot with actual gear. I wanted to practice more of just kind of getting up and down the tree because I was fear of heights.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have the ability to practice well in advance before hunting season, fucking do it. And if you have the honor of being able to hunt on private property, go pick your trees out, get all your stuff set up, bam, good to go right there.
Yep.
And find way to cut weight, because I'll tell you this.
Yep.
We are partnering with XOP.
Yep.
Their Edge platform is a great platform, but it's a great platform if you're going to keep it in the tree, not one that's going to be mobile and you're going to be wanting to walk mile plus.
Yep.
That thing was going to fucking carry you down.
Yep.
And their orbit things, those are great if you're going to keep them in the tree, but it's an actual ratchet strap, so that part's loud itself, and it's heavy, and they're very loosey, so they're going to fall out and stuff.
Yeah.
So find ways to shed as much weight as possible and stuff like that. You have any questions or anything like that, obviously I'll help you, give you the advice that I have currently to the point.
Yeah.
And you might want to ask me, like, I might not know the best gear out there, but I'm going to tell you my situation because I'm currently going through that right now.
All right.
Squatch and Frank, they've got at least a year experience too under their belts. So they're
I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
They're gonna still be good people to ask.
Yeah.
I mean, we all go through it. We pick up, I pick up stuff from Frank or stuff I see on, just watching a hunting show. Sometimes you'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool how he did that. So here you go, right? I don't want to spend a shit ton of money on camera arms. I'm a cheap ass, okay? So what did I do? I bought the easy hanger with the 3 arms that kind of fold in on each other. And I have this C-clamp mount that I can clamp to that arm and then put my Insta360 on top of it. And I can move it around and pan it around. It works just like one of those arms. It's quiet. It don't jerk.
Yep.
It's, you know what?
Which
and it was freaking
cool.
$19.99 versus, $200 and $400 and whatever dollars those arms are.
Yeah.
And it also doubles as a binocular hanger, plus my camera arm, plus whatever. And you've seen my setup with my carabiner when I'm in the saddle. I just clamp that clamp on there. That camera follows me everywhere I go. If I pan this way, pan that way, it's with me. It's moving around. I don't need no fancy arm when I'm in the saddle. And listen, I'm not putting out movie production shit here. I'm just trying to get the kill shot so you guys can watch it. And whatever and whatnot, and be proud that I did something. But like I said, the other day I was like, I'll take that little hanger arm with me. I could put the clamp on there and my camera's set right up. Dude, works perfect in 1999. Hello, Flavors of the Forest. I see you on there.
Yeah, listen, you can't beat it because even with those camera arms, like I have the fourth arrow on, which Squatch, you've seen it before, and it folds up. But sometimes, I mean, I'll be honest with you, sometimes it's a pain in the ass just trying to stuff in the book bag, and then you got other shit you're trying to put in there, and like
so much
turn
stuff.
it. And it's nice if you're gonna go somewhere and leave it. Like with me having private property, if I know I'm going to hunt the same spot, I mean, Squatch knows. There's days I'll leave my saddle in there a couple of days, the camera arm in it, everything. All I gotta do is just go there, climb up, I'm done.
Okay.
But I mean, I remember when I first got it going in, I was like, God damn, now I gotta put the fucking camera arm on. I'm trying to throw the strap around. I'm like, I'm trying to get set up. I'm like, the bow hanger, shit. I'm trying to do that. I'm like, So sometimes
a lot of gear.
A lot of gear.
A lot of gear.
And having a good backpack is a good starting point because I have a good backpack, but I'm looking at it. I'm trying to find a new one because there's a lot of gear that I'm bringing up. Because I think it was Monday, I was finally able to start self-filming myself. I was like, I don't even want to get up in my saddle because I'm still like coming back. I'm getting off my fever. I'm getting off being sick. I just want to get up in one of my 360s, but I got up in my 360 and I was like, fuck, I got to get this camera angle right here for this little GoPro. Then I got to get all this stuff set up for my main GoPro through it. And I'm not even fucking done getting up my bow yet and getting that all shit set up and getting my backpack off all here and there. And I'm like, fuck, at that point, it's like almost 5 o'clock. I'm like, geez, that took like 45 minutes to an hour just to get that all done. And I have 2 hours to hunt. It wasn't even enjoyable at this fucking point.
No, because by that time you're fucking sweating too. You're like,
you're sweating, exhausted.
Yep.
And it's like, fuck.
So then take on top of this now. Here you go. So I got the e-bike. So the e-bike, I lay down in the bed of my pickup truck. That bike's 100 pounds. So I just clean jerk that thing right out of the back, put it down on the ground. I got to load the bow on the rack, throw my backpack with my gear on. I beat feet down the road, go in the trail. I got to find a tree where I can kind of hide that thing and put the cable lock through it, and then get to my stand, climb up, get the shit, it's like, there's like 50 steps just to hunt. And I'm like, God, I remember the days I just climbed up a wood stand and stood there with a bow. I didn't have a backpack. I had a grunt call tube in my freaking right pocket. I had my release in my left pocket, and that was it. And the clothes I wore in there. I didn't have all this fancy shit I got now. And it's like, what happened to me? I used to be so simple and it was so easy. Now I'm all complicated and I got 20 different. I got to get my binoculars. Hold on, I got to get my binoculars out. Hold on, wait, I got to put the freaking camera over here. And then you sit down, right? You sit down and you're like, shit, I forgot to get that out of the bag. You got to go back out, pull this, and you're just like, I'm about ready to say this is, social media shit can go to hell. I'm about ready to just go back to being my own self.
Me too.
I kid you not. I was that Monday when I was getting ready to self-film. I literally was getting everything around, getting ready to climb up the tree. I'm literally halfway up into the ladder. I'm like, fuck, I took all the SD cards out of my cameras. So what I had to do, walk all the way back up to the truck, get my SDs, come all the way back. And I'm like, fuck, I don't even want to do this now. It's just fucking today, just fuck it.
Like, I'm going the fuck home.
Exactly. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to sit out here just for the peace and silence of it all. I don't give a shit if anything comes out. I just want to sit here and cry. When I was younger, I just went out here with my bow and just my dad. And now I'm just out here and I got like 30 pounds worth of fucking shit.
And back then, your biggest worry was, shit, do I have a pen? Did I forget my knife? Now it's like, no, do I have all this other shit with me? Forget about it, man.
Exactly. I think at this point, because I'm 32 years old now, it's like, fuck, I gotta put in like a write down a checklist. I'm like, all right, do I have this? Yep. Do I have that? Do I have this? Jeez.
Man, I went out one day. I had my single cab pickup truck. I had my Toyota, and I always put my gun in the gun sock, behind the seat. So for some reason, I brought it in. It must have been to dry it off or something. I put it in the house. Oh, going hunting. See you later. I get to the spot where I'm going, fold the seat, and it's just a gun sock. I'm like, you ass. I'm like, well, I got my pistol. I guess I'm hunting with that. So me and my 40 caliber freaking Smith & Wesson went down in the woods, and I put myself against a tree, and I sat there. I'm like, oh, I'm not unarmed. I still got something on me. But I'm like, you idiot. How the hell did you forget the gun? But it's just because you're out of habit. You got everything. Yep. So now what I'm doing, since I got the camper, every time I come in the house, she's cooking something or whatever, or, just so many smells. And I come up to this room here where I do the podcast, and I always shut the door, and I make sure everything's kind of, I spray the room with some earth scent. I'm not doing that this year. I found a good use for the camper besides the one time I got to use it with Frank this year. That's my scent locker. There's nothing going on in there. So I just go out to the camper in the morning. I throw my hunting clothes on, but there's another step, It's like when I get done doing my freaking Liberty thing in the morning, I go, okay, go to the camper, put your clothes on. Okay, come back to the house, get your drink or something that you're going to take in the woods with you. Okay, now get in the truck. It's like so many freaking steps. It's just like, I just I hate it anymore. I just want to freaking be simple. Screw it. There's just too much going on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, guys, it's anything else you want to say before? Well, you guys have your own show this week, so
yes, we do.
Yeah, yours coming up on Tuesday. Is there anything you want to say on our show here? The little old Whitetail Advantage show?
Like what?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm fucking asking you. Is there any last words basically that you want to say?
Yeah, the last words I want to say is good night. I'm fucking tired and I want to go to bed.
I can tell. You've been cranky all day.
Listen, I'm guinea. I get freaking my guinea up and forget it. When I get angry, I'm pissed off at everything. And then I'm like a steamroller. I don't stop for nothing.
We'll end it on your prayer then. We'll do this.
Let's pray. Let's pray. That's the best thing we can do.
Well, everyone, that's going to conclude another episode of the Whitetail Advantage podcast. I want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned into the show. Don't forget our schedule for the live shows in October through December. We only do them on Sundays. Make sure to stay up on our website, on the calendar, to make sure when we are doing our live shows, we do try to put our future shows out there on our YouTube live subsection there. So stay tuned on that. Look forward to the Franklin Squatch show every other Tuesday in October through December. Mysteries of the Timbers. That one's going to be starting up next Tuesday, next Tuesday on the 28th, I believe it is. That being said, Frank, how can they find you?
So you can find me on Broadside Ambush on Instagram _Frank. You also find me here, Whitetail Advantage, Boondocks Hunting, the Garden State Outdoorsman, and you can find me on Frank Mustica on Facebook.
Squatch.
So I'm a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, you're everywhere. You got your little hands into everything.
That's it.
And if you guys don't know the outro already, I mean, where the fuck have you been?
Really? Yeah.
Literally.
You guys know. You guys know what this show's about. There we go. Just gonna leave it there. Squatch.
Yeah, you guys all know, man. Here, there, and everywhere. You can find me on everything. But we're gonna close out tonight like we do at every show. Let's thank our Creator, our Lord God, through the trials and tribulations, God, that you put us through. We know that you're in control. We just ask that your face shine down upon us. Bless us, Lord. Keep us safe most of all. Let us learn from you, God, and let us know that you are the one in control. We ask for forgiveness and blessings, God, in your mighty name. In Jesus we pray. Amen. Shoot straight. God bless. Whitetail Advantage is out.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Whitetail Advantage podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you next time.